Hey, what's up? It's Annika, and in this video I will be going over how well I did on my October budget. So I did an October budget with me video, and if you haven't watched that already, go check that out on my channel. But I think it's important too to kind of talk about what it looks like when you stray from your budget, or if you modify it or whatnot, any of that stuff. It happens, and I kind of want to just come on here and like talk about it and talk about the changes that I made and like drastic adjustments that I made in my budget and the gigantic decision I made to move at the end of October and all of that, how that came into play and like how I worked that pretty much. So yeah, if you haven't already, check out my moving vlogs and my my cross-country road trip videos where I made some fun stops with my dad, and it was just a great time. So I also did how much it cost me to move. So if you're interested in that and you're like a little nosy like I am, then go watch that because I literally tell you exactly how much I spent. Side note, David's vlog, is that man ever gonna vlog again? Is he ever gonna post another video? Anyone? But anyway, so if you're watching this, I don't know why I put on an accent, you know that I use the EveryDollar Budget App by Dave Ramsey, and it's fabulous. Even for people who have like varying income and you don't have like a constant, you know exactly how much you're gonna get paid every single week, or like bi-weekly or monthly or whatever, it's nice because you can just easily like add a new line. Like how I do it, I break it down by week, so I'll do like week 1 paycheck, week 2 paycheck, and anything extra, like if I have a editing commission for like editing someone's photo with some partners I work with, then I'll add that in as a separate line, so it's not just like one chunk of income. But I had a few different commissions for the month of October, so that was great. Thank you guys for supporting me. And if you would like to support me, check out my website. I have it linked in my description, and I can do a photo edit for you, I can make a YouTube intro for you, pretty much all of that stuff. And I actually created a drawing for my friend. I might like add it in, but yeah, I haven't added those on my website yet because I was moving and I didn't have time to, but we'll see if I will add them. Check that out if you want to support me. I also sell Lightroom presets. Origin Chill Queen, thank you. Okay, but anyway, basic things like rent, utilities, all of that stuff, like that's pretty set in stone, like there's no adjustments there. But I did spend a lot on like eating out, first of all, and I actually ended up spending some money on some clothes, and I was doing pretty good about that. I always start off at 0 when I do my budget for the month because I'm just like really not trying to spend money on clothes that like I don't need, like an actual necessity, which is nothing. I have so many clothes, like really don't need any more. But yeah, that actually ended up going up, so oops. If you checked out my October budget with me video, you'll know kind of how I break it down, how I separate everything into categories, and then I have like all my debt payments, and then I have a line where I actually put in an additional amount, which is any amount left over when I budgeted for everything, where at the top it says like you still have this much left to budget. Then I will throw all of that into my additional category and it will all go towards debt. So hence the term EveryDollar. I had to make some adjustments because I ended up grouping some of my moving costs in with my normal like restaurants, groceries, and miscellaneous funds. So normally these probably wouldn't have strayed as much as they did, but since I did move and have some extra costs here and there, I just put those in the same categories instead of its own moving category like I did for the month of November, but that's like a separate thing. For groceries, I actually spent $305.21 on groceries, and I think I had budgeted for probably like $270 or something. For the month of September, I actually didn't spend anything on groceries because I was home and thankfully able to eat with my family, and my mom didn't charge me that much for like groceries or anything like that, so blessings. The month of October, I was back at my apartment in Orlando and definitely went a bit overboard. But on restaurants, some of this was tacked on to the fact that I ended up doing a drink around the monorail with my good friend Morgan, and I did a vlog on that, so drink around the monorail crawl, check that out if you want. But I ended up doing that. We were eating out at a bunch of the Disney restaurants on property. No regrets there. So glad I did that. That was so fun. I made the decision to eat at like Cheesecake Factory, I think, with one of my friends who I hadn't seen like all year due to quarantine, and she had been quarantining, I had been quarantining, and then we decided to see each other before I moved, because at that point I knew I was moving. So we did one last like goodbye kind of lunch, and obviously worth it there. So like there's certain things where I ate out where I was like, I have no regrets about this, like, but I also included a bunch of our like Dunkin' Donuts runs that my dad and I did when we started our road trip, because we started at the very end of October. So I did include those in my restaurant tally for October. I think I said this in my cost of my moving vlog, but like I wanted to get Dunkin' Donuts every morning, and like obviously you don't have to do that, and that's not a necessity in any way, but it was for me, and I'm so happy I did. We just wanted to enjoy our time, relax, and I loved getting Dunkin' every morning, and it just started the day off, so I did not mind spending that money every morning.
Priorities.
And then I always have a separate category for Starbucks, because I've been doing pretty good. I have not bought a lot of Starbucks this year in general, and I'm pretty proud of myself for that one. But when I tally it in my budget, I always do it in increments of $25, because that's how much it reloads on the app. I don't know why I'm like, my phone's up here, but I have my phone here. But that's how much it like reloads, so you can only do increments of $25. So rather than tracking the like dollar amount that I spent on a particular order, I'll just do it in increments of 25, because that's how much is being pulled from my bank account when I load my Starbucks card. So basically I'm spending $25 in that moment, but not literally spending it. So for the month of October, I spent $75 on reloading my Starbucks card, but I still have money sitting on it. So, but I already like budgeted for it. So that was definitely added on. That was not budgeted for to begin with. I think we also got Starbucks on the road on the beginning of our road trip, and I also got Starbucks in Magic Kingdom. Although, no, Morgan paid for my Starbucks.
A sweet angel.
Okay, I don't know when else I paid for Starbucks then, but reloaded my card. So clothing, if you follow me on Instagram, then you saw my story, I think a couple weeks ago, I shared that I accidentally bought some things from Urban Outfitters. I bought a really cute skeleton crew neck. I should have wore that in this video, but so cute. And I got like some socks and like a chain necklace, and no regrets. I was in New Orleans and it was just popping out on me, and I had to have it. End of story. Like, was not gonna live without it. But so that was $106 that I had to now re-budget for, but it's fine. But those were like the biggest changes, I think. Oh, my miscellaneous fund, I ended up spending over $300, and that was just on like random things throughout the month. Like I just put, again, anything miscellaneous. Like I think I bought a pair of Mickey ears, but I had a gift card, so I ended up only spending $3 actual out of my budget on that. Anytime I went to Walgreens, just like little things here and there. My shampoo and conditioner, just like, you know, toiletry kind of stuff. That is a little bit high. I try not to spend that much for my miscellaneous fund, but it was a little bit higher this month. Ugh. Yeah, and then I definitely had to do a lot of calculations and reorganizing because I moved. So I mentioned this in my moving breakdown cost video as well, so if you want to check that out, go watch that. But I had a separate kind of savings fund to save for when I moved. So my apartment lease was always going to end in December, which is a month from now. But I knew I was going to have to either pay for a new apartment or new house or, you know, anything like that. I was going to have to move, and moving is pricey because if you get an apartment, it's like security deposit, first month's rent, sometimes they do last month's rent on top of that, so that's like a lot of money at once. So I did not want to be caught off guard by that. I was saving for that reason and for my moving costs as well. Like I was trying to tackle all of that in together. So when it came time to move, instead of moving down the street in Orlando, just moving across the country now. So I kind of just already had the funds for that. I was just reallocating them. So pulled from that fund to kind of help out for this month as well. Yeah, because for the month of October, I ended up spending over $1,200 on like moving stuff because of like renting a U-Haul, getting a hitch installed on my car, and like buying boxes and just like stuff like that. Like I even tried to do the freeway. I went to Publix and I think like Walmart or something, and I asked them for their boxes and I was too slow. They never would save any. It would go right to like the baler where they would just collapse all the boxes, so they would never have like boxes to give, so bummer. So yeah, my October budget went really wonky and I kind of wanted to just make this update video, like I said, to say don't give up if you have to make these gigantic changes in your budget. It happens to me, like, I don't move every month, but I mean, sometimes I have big changes in my budget where I seriously rearrange like a couple times because one, I want to keep very close eyes on my money and make sure I'm tracking down to the penny almost, pretty much, of how much I'm spending where, and to keep a really close eye on that. So if I need to update things to be a little bit more accurate, then I will do that, and based off of how much like I actually spent, I'll also update the amounts as well. So hopefully that was interesting to you. If you are interested in following along on my full debt journey, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Follow along as I'm creating a happy and financially free life, man. I think this video is going up after I do my debt payoff update video, which is really good. You should go watch it, and it's really exciting. So I think good things are happening and I'm just so excited, and I still have a long way to go, but we're doing it. We're doing it. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.